We fought for 2 years to stop Joe Biden's war on our gun rights. This November is our chance to send Joe Biden, Cindy Axie, and everybody else a message that Iowa still stands for freedom. Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here with Iowa Gun Owners. The election is almost here, and so I know what that means. Every time you watch the TV, every time you check your email, every time you're on social media, you're being hammered every single moment, the way it seems, by political ads. And everyone's asking you guys for donations. I'm going to do the same thing in this video. We're going to ask you guys for your support to help IGO finish our election program. But first, I want to back up for a little bit. Remind all of us kind of where we are in our battle to fight for gun rights here in Iowa, because it's been a heck of a 22, 23-month battle. You know, it wasn't even 2 years ago when Joe Biden hobbled his way into the White House, and we always knew Joe Biden was not the problem. It's his handlers. It's his people. And these younger generation of Democrat operatives are fire-breathing, America-hating nut jobs who want to destroy our entire country, and they can't do it until they first disarm all of us along the way. And that has been their goal. We have seen an onslaught of gun control designed for one purpose: to disarm the American people. National gun registries blocked in the Senate after it passed the House with Cindy Axie's support. A national ban on assault weapons, again, passed the House with Axie's support, blocked in the Senate. A national red flag gun seizure law passed the House, again, with Axie's support, blocked in the Senate. And it's been a nonstop battle to shut this stuff down. Along the way, we've seen some major betrayals. Joni Ernst, phony Joni, stood up alongside of the radical left and voted to give Joe Biden almost $1 billion to bribe the states into passing red flag gun seizures. It's been a nonstop war to block and stop the radical left in Washington, D.C. What we've seen is the complete switch of the Democratic Party in this country when it comes to gun rights. They probably always believed this, but they didn't act like it. There was a time not long ago, certainly here in Iowa, where we had Democrats that would vote pro-gun. We called them Blue Dog Democrats. They were in D.C. They were here in Des Moines. We had Democrat Governor Chet Culver was the one who signed shall issue into law back in 2010. Democrats backed us and helped us pass stand your ground law in 2017. A handful of Democrats, not very many, one or two, voted for constitutional carry just last year. And so we've had for a long time a pocket of the Democratic Party who would vote pro-gun and who would work to restrain the insanity of their colleagues in that caucus. But those days, they're forever gone. They're forever gone. What we have today here in Des Moines and in Washington, D.C. is a new crop of Democrat politicians who hate the Second Amendment. And more than that, they hate the people of Iowa and across America who are fighting to defend it. This is not some ideological debate anymore. It's not some Con Law 101 class. This is very real. They want to disarm every single one of us to turn America into a socialist nation state where only the government has the guns. It's so clear now. They've stopped trying to run from that. And so at the federal level, we have a real chance this fall. At the federal level, we have a real shot to take back the House, and that starts with Congressional 3 and Cindy Axie. And so IGO is working as hard as we can to expose Axie's support for gun control. She is a rabid gun grabber, fully on board with all of Joe Biden's war against our gun rights. She said as much again just last week in the televised debate. Her record on guns is beyond dispute. We're working all as hard as we can to expose her in Congressional 3. And we need your support to maintain those programs with text messages, digital ads, emails, all of our program. But guys, it's not just DC where we have a chance to send a real message this fall, because here in Iowa, we've done a phenomenal job over the last 15 years in reshaping Iowa politics and our gun rights along the way. We've passed shall issue, stand your ground law, constitutional carry, numerous small bills in between all of that. And we've righted the ship back to the right here in Des Moines over these 15 years. And now the Democrats and Bloomberg know that it's very hard to defeat us in the General Assembly right now here in Iowa. What they do know, though, their one avenue open to them still is the courts, because while we've passed all of these bills into law, the Iowa Constitution does not protect these gun rights. 44 states do this already. Iowa is one of the 6 that does not, along with crazy states like New York and California, Maryland, places like that. Without these protections in place, Michael Bloomberg's legal team could waltz into Polk County, file a lawsuit challenging the veracity or the constitutionality of these laws, and ask a liberal judge to strike them down. And of course, when you say liberal judge, they're all liberal judges these days. They're on every street corner in Iowa right now. So it's not a big lift for Michael Bloomberg to drop $100,000, $1 million, whatever it takes, and flood a legal team to come into Iowa and to destroy all that we've accomplished over the last 15 years. Now, the Freedom Amendment is not an absolute silver bullet, but it will do a lot to stop Bloomberg from having that opportunity to attack our gun rights in court. What the amendment simply says is that we have the right to keep and bear arms here in Iowa, and any challenge to that right in court has to be viewed through the lens of strict scrutiny. What that means is that the courts have to use the highest standard of care when trying to evaluate the merits of a case against our gun rights. If we have this in effect, much, if not all, of the legal challenge against our gun rights, it goes away. Maybe not every bit of it, but the bulk of it for sure. That is our real opportunity here in Iowa this fall. If we don't see Iowans adopt this amendment, we will see legal challenges against our gun rights. So we can't tell Iowans how to vote on this as a 501c4, but what we can do, what we are doing, is telling everybody in Iowa what's at stake. What's going to happen with the amendment if it's adopted, what's going to happen if the amendment is not adopted. And guys, this is the chance that we have here in Iowa this fall to send a message to Michael Bloomberg, every anti-gun Marxist in the Capitol here in Des Moines, and Joe Biden in the White House, that Iowa stands for freedom and that we will fight to protect our gun rights in court as we do in the General Assembly. But we need to keep the gas pedal down between now and Election Day. IGO has a massive radio buy already underway. You've heard it for the last couple of weeks. It's going to go almost nonstop through Election Day. We're on every big radio station in Iowa. It's a full court press. But guys, there's a lot more we have to do. We have not yet funded our texting campaign program for this operation. We have not funded all of our social media campaign budget for this operation, our email campaign budget for this operation. These are all the different ways we can get the word out and show Iowans using our hard-hitting ads what's at stake if Iowans do or do not adopt this amendment. You've seen the ads. If you haven't, guys, they're on our Facebook page. They're on our YouTube channel. They're on our Rumble channel. You can find them all there. But these ads will leave a mark. These ads will give Iowans the information they have to make an informed decision on this amendment. If we sit back, if we hope for the best, we're probably going to see Bloomberg's money flood the state and convince Iowans this is a bad thing for them. And again, we're not telling folks how to vote. We can't do that. I'm being very clear on that in this video. But if we don't counter Bloomberg's budget, if we don't fight back and remind Iowans what's at stake for our gun rights with this Freedom Amendment, we could see a disaster on our hands in November and a disaster in the courts for years to come. So guys, if you've made a donation recently, thank you. Please make another one right now between now and Election Day. If you haven't made a donation in the last couple of months, guys, now is the time. We have fought like hell to stop all the gun control in Washington, D.C., or most of it anyway. We have stopped everything here in Des Moines. We've gone the opposite direction with constitutional carry, but it's all tenuous. It's all tenuous. And if the radical leftists here in Des Moines don't see us galvanize between now and Election Day, they'll be emboldened to do that much more to attack our gun rights going forward. This is our time to send a message. Guys, help us do that. Hit the buttons below, make a donation today, and we'll keep fighting for you. Take care. Have a great day.